Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for SH Figuarts, the Shadow Trooper. And this is, I believe, an exclusive from the Tamashii Nation event 2015. Here's the box. It's not windowed. And you have the shipper box here. It has number 6 to it. I'm not sure what that signifies. But if you're wondering what the shipper box looks like, it's basically that. And in terms of the box, it's kind of plain. It just states the name of the Storm or Shadow Trooper, and that's it. And inside, let me just open this up. It's basically the same as the regular Stormtrooper. And you got the blaster rifle, 2 trigger finger hands, but the trigger finger is straightforward, and a pair of support. So you got 3 pairs of hands total. Yep. Alright, let's take a closer look. Alright, size comparison with the Stormtrooper. It does kind of look like the Stormtrooper is a little bigger because of the color, but they are the same mold, just a simple recolor. There are a few things that did get colored, especially for the eyes here. You get a silver over there. The mouth vents, they alternate. You get silver bits there. The chin is painted also, as well as these parts here. Really cool. Now, mind you that this is going to be a blind review. I know little about the Star Wars franchise, so I do apologize if I made assumptions on certain things, which most likely I will. But yeah, this looks great. And in terms of size, it's about 6" right here. It's a 6" figure. And again, comparison with the Black Series and the mold kits, the Figuarts are a tad shorter than the other figure lines out there. But, nonetheless, they're mostly closely, you can work with them. They're 1/12 scale, somewhat. Alright, so, yeah. And let's take a closer look at the Shadow Trooper. Alright, taking a closer look at this, he looks great. I really like that shiny gloss finish on the plastic. It's just amazing. Really cool. But in terms of other details in paint, it doesn't have that. It doesn't really need one. Yep, and just going over the articulation, it's fairly the same again, so no issues with the neck. And I had a issue before with the shoulder. Well, this one you're not going to be noticing it as much, with the neck. I used to push the shoulder blades up like so, and it feels like the Stormtrooper is hunched. But on this one, it doesn't matter even if you have it lowered. The whole figure has the black color themed. So shoulder wise, fairly good articulation. You have a hinge there, so you're able to move that up. You have a forearm swivel there, 90-degree bend on the elbow. I think, yeah, actually you might be able to bend some more. Looks like it's a double hinge. Then you have the wrist here. Actually, on my left one, it popped out. I had to, I think there's an extra plastic inside. I had to kind of clear it that way and push this whole joint system here. You have a articulated ball joint wrist. You have the torso here, fairly good movement, as well as a little bit on the waist. This whole belt, it does float. Then you have the waist joint here. It's not your typical SH Figuarts where you can lower it down. In some ways it's a little bit limited, but not too bad. You got a leg swivel there. A knee bend, double jointed for a little over 90. Yep, same thing on this side. Then you have the ankle movement here, and your wide stance. and you got a toe joint. Yeah, fairly good. And I think sometimes I gotta loosen this up, that way I can have more of the bend on the ankle here. But yeah, fairly good in terms of articulation. Again, it's kind of like the Stormtrooper, it's almost the same mold. Now for the weapon, we have the blaster rifle here. So let me just get them to stand. There we go. And it's all, I think it's the same. It's the same mold. Yep. And now we'll be using the hands here. You get a pair of the stringer finger hands, which also the same as for pointing. So it's kind of sneaky for them to have the all-in-one. And there we go. Probably best to put the hands first. It is on a ball joint. And let's put it here. Now, I've seen on, well, I had to rely on a wiki about a bit more information about the store or the Shadow Trooper. And I've seen one where it's holding a beam, or I'm sorry, not beam saber. That's kind of lightsaber. And that got me intrigued. And maybe there is a special type of Shadow Troopers who does that. So if you do want to put some lightsaber on this one, you might have to go with Darth Maul, which I think is still readily easy to get. Or you can go with Vader, but he might have a different style lightsaber. Alright, so let me grab Darth Maul's lightsaber and try it on. And unfortunately, I was thinking of just using Darth Maul's hands. It does not fit there. They have a different wrist joints. Darth Maul's is smaller, but you can just use this here, and there we go. You can have the Shadow Trooper wielding a lightsaber. Now again, I'm not sure if this is what happens, or it could be some sort of fan fiction or some side story, but why not? And here's the other hand for the support of either the rifle, or you can have him hold the lightsaber as well. There we go. And let me get in that certain pose, you know, as if he's wielding it. Still kind of limited on getting this arm on the other side. But I think we almost got it. Just gotta play around with the joints, get it all lined up, and there we go. Yeah, not too bad. Otherwise, getting back up with the blaster rifle, can support it this way. And definitely you might want to consider getting a couple of these, but considering there are exclusives, you might want to consider a different figure line or mold kit. I don't think they've announced a mold kit of the Shadow Trooper. They might. It's just recolor of the Stormtrooper. But otherwise, you might just want to go for the Black Series if you do want to army build them. And here, right next to the Shadow, or sorry, the Stormtrooper again. It's kind of confusing. But yeah, both of them looks great. I would highly recommend getting the Shadow Trooper. It's probably one of those, it's unique enough, especially for someone from me just getting into the Star Wars franchise. It looks great. It's black, colored, and I think from what I read on the wiki, it can cloak. So it has that mystery, and it's kind of like an assassin type Stormtrooper. Anyways, that's about it for the review. Hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, particularly on this figure, I'll try my best to answer that for you. Otherwise, if you have any information about the Shadow Trooper, I'll gladly hear that. And yeah, that will help me a lot. And that's about it. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.